So I go to this teacher conference. I go in and I go, it is so great to meet you. I said, you probably remember my daughter. Her name was Destiny. She came to school. You were her teacher. She goes, yes, I do. How is she doing? I said, she's doing really well. And now, she goes, well, what was wrong? I said, do you remember when she used to fall asleep in school? She said, yeah, it was often. I said, that's because her mommy kept her up all night on the couch waiting for me to come home on a cocaine binge. Because I was a drug addict for 22 years. I was a hardcore, angry atheist, and I was a destroyer, and I destroyed that little girl's life. So for 7 years, I threatened to kill her mom if she left me. For 7.5 years of her life, for 7 years, I threatened to kill her. I said, if you leave me, I'm killing myself. And if you leave me for somebody else, I'm killing you. And it was real to me, and I lived that way. That's how I grew up. So I'm talking to this teacher about my daughter, and I'm telling her the reason why she fell asleep is because I was a cocaine addict. I was a drug addict. And I shared my whole testimony with her, and she goes, I had no idea. That poor girl. And I said, yeah, it was really bad. I said, but then I went out and I ripped off a drug dealer and told him I was a police officer. I had the cocaine in my hand, told him I was a cop. I said, get out of the car and put your hands on the hood. And when I did, the man got out of the car, spun around, and unloaded a 9mm at me from right outside of my window. And an audible voice in my vehicle said, I took those bullets for you. Are you ready to live for me yet? Now, 5.5 months earlier, I had incorporated Jesus into my life. Jesus incorporated is not the gospel. What does incorporated mean? I bring him in for what he can do for me. I bring him in so that he can fix my situation. I bring him in so that he can touch my girlfriend, that maybe I can appease her to believe that I'm going to be a different person. It caused more damage than anything in my whole life. So I'm telling this teacher, yep, she fell asleep. And I said, but 18 years ago, I went out and I got shot at in a drug deal. And right here in York, Pennsylvania, only about 6 miles from the school. And the Holy Spirit spoke to me. He said, if I took those bullets for you, are you ready to live for me yet? She said, what happened? I said, none of the bullets hit my car. I went away to Teen Challenge. Had this encounter with Jesus 3 nights in a row, came home, and my girlfriend had come to Christ when I went away. And we got married 4 days later. She goes, you guys are together? I said, oh yeah. She goes, that's a miracle. I said, it is a miracle. It is. Everybody in here is a miracle. It's just we don't dive into what the truth says. We expect our pastor to lead us there. And it's a pastor's job to shepherd sheep. But if a sheep doesn't hook up to the good shepherd, they will be putting undue pressure on a pastor to try to take him somewhere that Jesus wants to guide you. So I'm talking to this teacher, and she goes, you know why you're here today? I said, yeah, because my daughter told a little girl that she was going to hell. I said, she's right. She goes, no, I know she was right. I just needed to understand the context of why she shared it. She said, I'm a Christian, so I wanted to encourage you. If this came from a Christian view, I want her to keep sharing her faith. I said, that's awesome. I'm training my kids up to be like giant killers.